Hello friends, welcome to my new channel Arts of Knowledge. If you are new to this channel, then please press the subscribe button and on the bell icon to get all the frequent new videos and next part of this video. And if you like this video, then please press a thumbs up by which I feel to make a new better videos. If you have any complaints, then please suggest in the comment box given below. And at end you will find amazing important questions of this chapter which I am going to start in this video. So let's jump into the chapter. So in this video we are going to deal with the chapter dual nature of radiation and matter. This is the most important chapter for the class 12 because the 5 marks, it carries 5 marks in the 12th board exam. This is the chapter of 11, chapter 11, the dual nature of radiation and matter. So before starting the chapter, let's understand the meaning of the chapter heading. It is dual nature of radiation and matter. First, what do you mean by dual nature? Dual nature. Dual means two or more. Nature means property. The property of or the two or more properties of radiations and matter is the dual nature of radiation and matter. I hope you understand the chapter name dual nature of radiation and matter. So as I told you, it carries 5 marks in the board exam. So let's go through the thorough inside this chapter by seeing all the important questions from this chapter from the introduction. And in this video I am covering just introduction and electronic emission, which is also an important part inside this chapter. So let's move towards the introduction. So the first question, who discovered cathode ray? Who discovered cathode ray? William Cork discovered the cathode ray. Everyone know about the cathode ray, I hope, because you are studying it from the class 9th, right? So the meaning of definition of cathode ray. So the discoverer of that cathode ray was William Crookes. So cathode ray was discovered by William Crookes. Then name the scientist who has confirmed cathode ray hypothesis of William Cork. Name the scientist who has confirmed cathode ray hypothesis of William Cork. So that cathode ray hypothesis was confirmed by J.J. Thomson. I hope that everyone are familiar with the great scientist J.J. Thomson. So the cathode ray was confirmed by the professor, the great scientist J.J. Thomson. See, let's move to see towards the answer. So the J.J. Thomson confirmed cathode ray hypothesis. Next question. Question number 5, that is elementary charge. Credit goes to which experimental work? So answer is oil drop experiment performed by Millikan. So which we studied in fifth question, that is R.A. Millikan, the same professor. He made experiment named oil drop experiment. In that experiment, the determination and measurement of the value of elementary charge, that credit goes to that experiment, oil drop experiment by Millikan. Next question number 7. What was the inference of Millikan's oil drop experiment? This is important question. What was the inference of Millikan's oil drop experiment? Answer. Millikan found that the charge on an oil drop is always integral multiple of elementary charge. Integral multiple of elementary charge oil drops experiment established that the charge is quantized. I will repeat the answer once more. Milken found that the charge on an oil drop is always integral multiple of elementary charges. Oil drop experiment established that the charge is quantized. Next question, question number 8. Name the phenomenon which illustrates the particle nature of light. Name the phenomena which illustrates the particle nature of light. That is photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect. Okay. This photoelectric effect is the phenomena. It illustrates the particle nature of light. So this completes the introduction part, 8th question. And in next, let's move to the next one, that is electron emission. Electron emission, this is also very important point. Electron emission. What is electron emission? The process of emission of electrons from the surface of the metal is called electron emission. This is very important question. Define electron emission, or what is electron emission, they will ask in exam. So what is electron emission? The process of emission of electrons from the surface of the metal is called electron emission. Then question number 10. Only metals are performed from electron emission. Why? Metals have large number of free electrons. Therefore, they are performed from electron emission. This is also important question, 10th one. Why only metals are performed for electron emission? Why? So we know that electrons are free inside a metal, right? So metal is a good conductor of electricity. So metals have large number of free electrons, therefore they provide for electron emission. Next, question number 11. Define work function of a metal surface. Define work function of the metal surface. Or they may ask define work function, or they may ask define work function of metal surface. So answer is work function of metal surface is the minimum amount of energy required to liberate an electrons from the metal surface. I hope you understood it. Work function, that is work function of a metal surface is the minimum amount of energy required to liberate an electrons from the surface of the metal or metal surface. Then question number 12. What is meant by the statement work function of sodium is 2.75 electron volt? You know that EV is electron volt, right? Yeah. What is meant by the statement work function of sodium is 2.75 electron volt? So solution, it means that 2.75 electron volt of energy has to be supplied to free an electron from the surface of the sodium metal. Means 2.75 electron volt, it is the energy, that much amount, 2.75 electron volt of energy, it should be need, or it must be supplied to sodium metal for freeing the electrons to work the work function. That is the solution for this question. What is meant by the statement work function of sodium is 2.75 electron volt? Then let's move to the next question. Question number 13. On what factors the work function of the metal depends? I repeat, on what factors the work function of metal depends? This is important, at most important question. They may ask for 2 marks or 3 marks. So solution, the work function of the metal depends on first one, the properties of metal. Next, it depends on nature of the surface. And last but not least, it depends on the temperature of metals. So the three factors, those are properties of metal, then nature of the surface, then temperature of the metal. Then 14th question, define electric volt. What do you mean by electric volt? In the 12th question we have studied about the EV, means there was 2.57 or something. What was that? 2.75 EV, right? That 2.75 EV is nothing but electron volt. So question number 14, define electron volt. 1 eV is the energy acquired by an electron when it is accelerated by applying a PD of 1 volt. PD, it means potential difference. So acceleration by applying potential difference of 1 volt. So the universal constant value of electron volt, 1 electron volt, is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of 19 joules. If you need the accurate value, that is 1.6022 into 10 to the power of 19 joule is the accurate value for the 1 electron volt. So move to the next question, question number 15. Mention the different types of electron emission. This is important question, friends. 15th question is an important question. Mark it. Mention the different type of electron emission. So we know that electron emission is of three types. That is thermo-ionic emission, or thermal ionic emission also it can be said, but in general we say it as thermo or therm ionic emission. Then next one is photo emission and field emission. Three types of emission: thermo-ionic emission, photo emission, field emission. Then 16th question, what is thermo-ionic emission? So in 15th question we have studied about the three types. Now let's go and discuss one by one in brief. Okay, first, what is thermo-ionic emission? It is the process of emission of free elements or electrons from a metal surface by heating is called thermo-ionic emission. So friends, you can see thermo means heat, ionic means heating the metal. Here ionic, it refers to metal. Thermo means heat, which we have studied in class 11, right? Thermo, that term is used here, thermo-ionic emission. The emission or the electronic emission due to the heat can also be written, or in a perfect definition, it is the process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface by heating. It is called thermo-ionic emission. And then next question, 17th question. What is photo-ionic emission? What is photo-ionic emission? The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface when a light of suitable frequency is incident on it is known as photoelectric emission. What is photoelectric emission? The electron emission due to the supply of suitable frequency of incident of light on a metal is known as photoelectric emission. For the perfect definition, see, the process of the emission of free electrons from a metal surface when a light of suitable frequency is incident on it is known as photoelectric emission. Here photo means light. Then question number 18, the last question of this topic, electron emission, that is, what is field emission, and this is also the part of electron emission. What is field emission? The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface by applying suitable electric field is known as field emission. One of the important question which will be 100% asked in the question, it is, what is field emission? The process of emission of free electrons from a metal surface by applying suitable electric field is known as field emission. Friends, as I told you in the starting point of the video that after the end of this last topic, then I will tell you the most important questions which 100% comes in your exam, and it is also repeated in most of the previous year question papers. So let's move towards it. The questions are: here in the introduction part, the most important question is question number 8. Okay, mark the question number 8. And another one important question is question number 7. And the question number 1 is also the important question. And the question number 5 and question number 3 is important question. So in introduction part, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 important questions. Okay, then next move towards the important point, that is electron emission. In this also there are some important questions. Those are, first one, 9th question. It is very important question, so be thorough in that question. Then question number 11 is also the important question, and question number 10, it is important but it is repeated only twice in the past question here, so let's mark it also, question number 10. So here 3 questions are most important questions in electron emission. Next in next page, here question number 15 is most important question, that is mention the different type of electric emission, and question number 14 is also the most important part. Then question number 16, 17 and 18, these all 16, 17, 18 are most important question, and even 13 is also the most important. So in last these questions, in this 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all the questions are important questions. So friends, thank you for seeing this video, and I hope you enjoyed the classes. So please be subscribed to our channel Art of Knowledge, and if you like this video session, please give the thumbs up and be subscribed, because you get lot of important questions which comes for the final board exam. So thank you everyone.